I like to collect Craftsman tools, and I want you to check that out. Hey, thanks for stopping by the shop today. A few weeks back, by the time this video comes out, it could be 5 weeks ago, I'm not sure. But I went to Jacktown. Got to see a lot of friends up there, met some new people, went to Scout Crafters meetup, and just had a great time. In addition to that, we got to look around and do some good picking in the flea market. I'm going to show you one item today that I got, and we're going to clean it up. It's not going to be a restoration, it's going to be more of a preservation. But there is some work that needs to be done on it. But I'm not going to do like a tool haul video of everything I got. I'll just show you the pieces as I get to them as they come through the shop here on the show. Anyway, thanks again for joining. Let's get to it. So this is the Craftsman logo with the long C and the blue background. I think this definitely dates it to the 40s, maybe even earlier than that. But what this is, it's a lathe chisel set, gouges and all. And you can see this thing is just dirty, dirty, dirty. But everything's in great shape. And every tool in here is the original Craftsman. Let's see if I can get this to focus in on it. Some of them were, turned this way, so that's dirty, but look how good a shape these handles are in. So the first thing I want to do is just get this thing apart and do some cleaning on it. I'm not going to take the hinges off the latches. They're riveted on. The handle, if you can see that or not, it is held on by screws, which are Phillips, which is kind of odd. But the other weird thing is these hinges back here were never attached to the top. There's no indication these were ever in this top, which is just weird. I'm going to get this off so that I don't mess it up. I'm not going to repaint this. I'm going to see if I can fix this crack. I'm not sure I can. That's the original color. Look at that. I'll take these hinges off. The guy that I bought this from up at Jacktown, nice old guy, he told me that he got this from his, I think he said great uncle, and he said it had been sitting in his attic for at least 30 or 40 years. I don't know what the mechanism would have been to hold the lid on. I'm not a lathe guy, or I guess they would be called wood turners. Don't have a lathe. Not sure if I'll ever have one, but I know that's what these tools are for. And they're just different size gouges, I think you call these. But you can see it's got the Craftsman logo on each one. You've got some that are different shapes. So the idea here is going to be to clean these. I was thinking about maybe putting a coat of clear on them, but I don't know if I'll need to. And then we're going to get the rust off this the best we can. Looks like we got some blue felt on top of some sort of hard paper. These screws don't look that old. They could be replacements. All right, so here are going to be two of the bigger issues is what do I do with this, because this hard paper board, whatever it is underneath here, has gotten wet and it's rolled up. So it is shrunk. But worse than that is the inside of the lid. If it had blue felt on it one time, it's come off, but look how dirty that is. You could tell this thing sat open for a long time. So I'm going to start by doing a little bit of vacuuming. Okay, I'm pleased and shocked at how clean that came. So I am going to try and peel this out. It's like this piece is stuck in two places. How about that? I'm going to continue cleaning these. I don't know if there would have been, blue felt on this side or not, but it may end up with some. You see, I pulled this together pretty easy with some clamps. I don't have it glued yet, just dry clamped it. I think the thing to do is to try and get this off, re-glue this joint, and then get it back on the base and get it square tomorrow. All right, I'm going to think on the woodworking for a little while, but in the meantime, I'm going to get these handles cleaned up, and then I can get to cleaning the metal part. Just got some Zep all-purpose cleaner. I'm just going to be real careful around the decals. I don't want to lose those. This one looks like it's got some paint overspray or something on it. I bet they all do, because look how clean that is. That's where it was sitting down in the holder. And then you've got this paint overspray all over it. Try a little bit of this cleaner with some steel wool. Yeah, I did a good job on it. Kind of typical of how they looked before. And then this is after just cleaning. Now, it's beautiful. All right, the handles came out really good. This one here, the decal was torn a little bit, and one of these, this one been used as a hammer before, so it's a little rough, but just on that part. But I'm happy with this so far. We'll do the metal work next. This is how they're coming out. So I'm not doing an over polish on them, just getting them really, really clean. And I'm having to use, because these are all different shape, I'm having to use different tools. So I'm going to be using a little bit of the Dremel. I'm going to be using my fiber wheel on the bench grinder, and also my polishing wheels on the bench grinder, because, like this one's really, really shallow. So I'll have to use my Dremel tool in here. And I'm using my Dremel around the edges here to make sure I don't scuff up the wood. So I'll show you a little bit of that. I've got some 400 grit that I can also fold up and get down in that groove, smooth it out. Now the next thing I'll do is I'm going to go to the fiber wheel. I'm not going to even bother with the wire wheel. I'll take all this off, clean these edges up, and I'll probably hit the edge of this, staying away from the wood, and then I'll go to the polishing wheel. Okay, for the tool holders that go in the bottom of the box, you can see originally they had a nice finish on them. Now they're all rusty. Well, I'm just going to use the 80 grit wheel and I'll clean them up, and I think they're going to come out pretty good. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, it looks much better, and the tools should slide in there nice and smooth now. All right, I'm going to try and get this in focus so you can see this piece was made by A.I. Platt, Fairfield, Connecticut. U.S. patent number 1906874. I looked that up. That patent was issued in May of 1933. Which properly dates this to what I was thinking this tool set was from. All right, I'm saving the scary thing for last. I don't want to mess this up. I'm not going to put any kind of tools or anything on it. I've just got a very light mixture of some dishwashing liquid and a sponge. And I'm just going to gently go over this and try and get the dirt off. I don't want to lose any of the paint. That looks cool. I don't know what it looks like on camera, but you can see I've only done the bottom. There. Yeah, I think that's going to be good enough for this piece. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that where it's at. Came out all right. To be as old as it is, I think it's good. I've got all the tools done. I'm just going to put a coat of wax on them and those will be done. So now I've got to address some of the issues here on the box. If I kind of push this like this, it will come back together. And I think that'll make it more square. But on the bottom, I've got this huge gap. And I can't figure this out. I mean, there's no way this would separated. This is a mystery to me. It's almost like somebody ran a circular saw across this by accident or something. I don't know. That's what you're looking for right there. It's going to have to work. It's a little bit more of a royal blue than navy blue, but I'm not sure this is original. And I'll tell you why. I'm not sure about this material being original. And trying to figure out this hinge thing, looking through a bunch of different catalogs the last few days, some of those showed these with almost like a leather lining in here, and then it looked like the leather kind of rolled up and made the hinge, so it was all glued together. Doesn't really matter at this point. This is what we're going with, and okay, she's done. Probably 1940s Craftsman lathe, gouge, and chisel set. I decided not to, strip and repaint this. Because it's so old. Just cleaned everything up, polished all these pieces. You saw I redid the felt inside. And then the chisels themselves, just gave them a really good cleaning and polished up the shafts. I didn't sharpen them or anything because I'm not going to use them. And I decided in the end not to wax them because I just didn't want to take a chance of losing any of those. I think it's pretty cool. Tell me what you think. Hey, thanks for staying and watching the video today. This Craftsman vintage, again, I think it's 1940s probably. Lathe, gouge, and chisel set, cleaned up really nice. I'm proud to own this. Again, got it up in Jacktown. There's more things to come from the Jacktown trip, so stay tuned. In the meantime, around here, we're getting ready for a big birthday celebration. 250 for the U.S. So we're going to be busy doing that for a little while, but I'll be back in a few weeks. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.